Hey everybody, welcome back to Where Beers Cheers. Today's format's going to be a little bit totally different. Going to be different because of the times that we're living in right now in the world. As of right now, the coronavirus has affected 1,292,564 people. Here alone in New York State, it has affected 123,160, with 4,159 people dying, all from the coronavirus. Living with a face mask and gloves are just how it is now. So in today's video, you're going to see a couple of people that are doing their part to make sure that they can help out during this pandemic here in New York State. Make sure you got your hand sanitizer and enjoy the video. What does Krooked Tusker Distillery and Cider Creek Hard Cider have to do with hand sanitizer? Today you're going to find out.
This is kind of extraordinary time, so it's time for extraordinary people to step up, and everybody can be extraordinary if they choose to be. That's the way I look at it.
Right.
You know, we were talking the other day, it's like, you know, we always talk about different collaborations we want to do together, and, you know, like he alluded to, we've always helped one another out. Like, who would have thought that we would be sitting here making hand sanitizers, our main collaboration, you know, versus some, you know, funky wine cider mix.
Right,
so, it's definitely interesting times, that's for sure.
Well, I think none of us know how to phrase it. I guess that, you know, we're doing our little part in this thing, and I guess it's time for, you know, anybody that can do anything. Look and see what you can do, make a contribution. I mean, how in the world are we low on things that we're low on? I mean, how can we respond to this? We're the wealthiest country in the world, apparently, or supposed to be. So, yeah, I call on everybody, the big guys, fill those bottles, keep some of the other stuff coming too, you know.
right,
so,
yeah.
But anyway, I understand it. This is quite unprecedented. Having said that, though, everybody has some possibilities to help.
You know, it was about a week into our self-quarantining, if that's what you want to call it. And I was down at the cidery here, and I was just staring at my barrels, and I'm like, how in the hell can we help, you know, this pandemic and help make hand sanitizer? Because typically when you distill any sort of alcohol to get any sort of yield out of it, you would like that alcohol to be north of 10% alcohol by volume. And most of my ciders that I make are under 10%. And so I'm looking at my barrels, and I was like, oh, there's 9%, there's 10%, there's 11%. So I was in that wheelhouse of the 10% range. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to sacrifice these barrels, and we're going to, you know, distill them out and pull the ethanol out and make hand sanitizer. So how the actual process works is, you know, we're also working with Krooked Tusker Distillery. They're doing all the distilling for us. So we bring my cider, his wine, over to the distillery, and he puts it in a still.
So the vapor is going up through this column. I'm doing what we call reflux just a little bit to add to the strength of the thing, knock it back down and strengthen it up. It's coming over to the top. This is cold water going in at this point in time that takes it's re-vaporized at that moment. So we're turning the vapor and make it into liquid as it comes out.
So after you're getting the liquid here, what are you doing with this? Is this final? Is this what goes to? Okay.
This is what we call the strip. So I'll do this 2 times. I'll have enough to put into the column over here, and when I bring it out of the column, I'm going to be pretty much spot on 95% alcohol at that point in time. So this is getting it where it's a little more, well, I won't say easy, but it's a little more quicker to get it up to that, or to that sort of process, and that's what the FDA is saying we're required at this point in time. It's 95%. To put it in perspective, if there's 300 gallons of wine back there, at my best, I'm going to bring out roughly 25 gallons of alcohol to the proof it needs to be to satisfy the requirements.
Then, you know, we will bring the bulk ethanol back here. It's denatured, of course. and then we add our glycerin, hydrogen peroxide. Very simple recipe, that's
FDA approved.
FDA approved. Thank you. I couldn't think of that word. But yeah, they have their guidance out there on the recipes that we're allowed to use. And it's the alcohol mix is 80% volume per volume, so it's a lot higher than what most hand sanitizers are. Most hand sanitizers are in the 60 to 65% range. So, but anyways, I digress. Then we bring it back here. We get everything mixed up, and then we bottle it. And it's been a very long process. We never anticipated the demand to be as high as it is, but at the end, I think we're doing a good thing and hoping to, at least slow the spread of this pandemic down a little bit. We have actually received so many calls and text messages on how they prefer this versus anything else, on how soft it makes their hands.
It spreads pretty good.
Yeah, it spreads out great, doesn't dry and crack their hands like all the other stuff does.
Awesome.
I think it's a good time to look inward and see, what could I do? What could I do to help my neighbor? If I can't go very far, what could I do? Can I be the guy that picks up the groceries or whatever? Can I do it and go grab this or grab that, and therefore not 5 or 6 people are exposed to it? Little things like that. Also, the businesses in the area, what can they do? I mean, what machinery they have idle that could be making something that's similar to this or whatever. There's a lot that can be done, I think. Little things, but it all adds up.
So for people who are interested in the hand sanitizer, we do have a link on our website and our Facebook page. We temporarily disabled that link so we could get caught up with the existing orders that we have. We are going to reactivate that link either tomorrow or Monday. Again, once we get through our orders and make sure we have enough bottles and everything to fulfill the demand. But this process takes some time, so please be patient with us. And also understand that we have our priorities on who we want to get this product to first. Those people are the healthcare facilities, first responders, nursing homes, people with compromised immune systems or who are highly susceptible to contracting COVID, and essential businesses. So we are filling orders for individual people, but after we have filled all those other orders for what I just said. So we really want to focus on the people who are on the front lines who need this product the most, because they are the highest risk for exposure. So please understand that. We know that everybody wants hand sanitizer regardless of where they buy it from, but we are doing the best we can and working as hard as we can to get this product out as quickly as possible. So again, I just ask you for your patience. If you have placed an order and we have acknowledged it, there's no need to call me, there's no need to email me 100 times. I know who you are. I will get to your order. We will get to your order as quickly as possible. So again, patience is a virtue.
It's always good to go back to our roots and get a little bit of something to make us feel like we're back in the normal world. Everything is really crazy right now, and throughout the whole video today, the one thing you have seen and heard is that you have to do your part to help. Even if it's just you staying at home, washing your hands, not going out in general public, keeping your 6-foot distance, do anything that you can to help out with what you can do. Kevin, Carlton, Justin, and Chris are doing their part. They're just small guys on the totem pole. All you larger manufacturers, I can understand that you have your guidelines and things that you have to do in order to get to where you have to go. But if these 4 guys can make this happen with just a couple of bottles of sanitizer to help out our community, just imagine what you can do with the resources that you have. What was the name of this again?
Just Peachy.
I'm going to stand back here. I'm going to sip on some Just Peachy from some of the local guys here in our area. I'm going to enjoy things with my people. Let's hope you at home enjoy things with your people, And remember, social distancing is going to be the only way we're going to fight this. I'm DJ. That's Sam. We're Word Beers. Cheers.